Yo, we have to talk about Carlotta, the new Wuthering Waves character that is coming with the version 2.0. And today we have to know why this character is so important and probably the most important DPS that is coming to the game, in my opinion. So as always, I'm not gonna waste your time, I'm going to go straight to the point. So first of all, we have to say that this is the first gun character that we're getting as a 5-star. This is something that I've said before. This is something that I made a video about before where I said that we will get a new 5-star gun user and it will be insane because gun users are going to change the game forever. And why? It's because it's something that people like, it's something that players like. People will compare this to Devil May Cry, people will compare this to characters that use guns because they're special. And for Carlotta, she's probably not only delivering, but she's also super powerful. And I'm glad that Kuro did leak the gameplay themselves, so that's why we will know everything, and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about Carlotta. So now, since Carlotta is a gun user, in the video that I talked about gun users in, I've said that there's a problem with them. It's that they cannot counter. And you know, parrying the enemy in this game is so important, so not being able to do that isn't that good. But Carlotta is different. She doesn't suffer from that because she can counter just like any other character. But that's where it's different. There was a reason initially for gun characters to not be able to counter because it would have been so OP. Why is that? It's because that Carlotta or any gun character has the range. And if you have so much range and you can counter from far away, maybe not super far, maybe she doesn't have the same amount of range as other characters, but she probably has more range than most other characters that are not gun users. So this will give her more freedom with the gameplay, more freedom with making combos, and probably make it a little bit easier for some players to do some boss fights. And it's super important. It's a very small thing, but it's a game changer. But it doesn't end here. We can tell that this character is not only changing or different than other gun users just by parrying. No, she's almost super different with almost anything. They know that the charge attack for gun users currently aren't useful, and you probably need so much mobility in this game and you need to dodge a lot, so a charge attack like for example Ganyu in Genshin Impact won't probably work here unless we have a super powerful shielder, and that's currently not how Wuthering Waves is working. So they gave her a different charge attack that fill up the stacks that you see here, and this charge attack changes with her Forte circuit to do a big explosion that does an AoE damage that is very powerful. And you might ask, what are these stacks? Carlotta is actually using two different weapons. The first one is being just a gun, but the second one is a shotgun that you can use, and whenever you use it, you're gonna consume a stack. So how do you get a stack? By using some normal attack with the gun or using charge attacks. But that's gonna take me to her skill, because her skill makes her use all of these stacks in one shot. And I'm gonna talk about her skill in a little bit. It's insane. But as I said, for the stacks, she has that type of gameplay where you should get some stacks so you can use that gun or so you can use that ability to get more damage. Now, why do I think that her skill is insane? It's because as a gun user, as I said before, you have so much range. You have more range than other characters. So you have so much freedom. But the thing is, some bosses can leap, some bosses can go super far. Carlotta has an ability that makes her just dash on the enemy. So it's a very good gap closer. And this ability can dash for a very long distance. Other than the dash, it's a very good reposition. So when you don't have as much stamina, you can use this to just run or, you know, do some big damage and then get some stamina and go back. But that's not only it. Since this ability has a long animation, you can use it for some quick swap. So the character isn't restricted. I think that this character has so much freedom. But there's more. The ultimate, which is probably the best ultimate that I've ever seen in Wuthering Waves. First of all, the animation looks super cool, but it's a constant amount of huge damage that you can do. When you use your ultimate, you're gonna use some bullets of her new evolved weapon, but these shots aren't only doing so much damage, they're also building another ultimate. And this ultimate is another nuke, so it adds so much freedom. The thing is, the first half of this ultimate, whenever she uses it, she dashes. Like, she has so much freedom. She makes the game better. She makes the gameplay not restrictive. And what that means is that the player can do whatever he wants. The player can use Carlotta with any boss. And not only any boss, but she probably also has so much synergies. Maybe not only with current characters, but the future supports and the future sub DPS. It's easy for Carlotta to resonate with them. It's easy for her to have some synergies. And the thing is, since I cannot talk about leaks, I have to say that we still don't know what her two inherent skills do. Because yes, she also has inherent skills and she also has passives, and those passives probably have more buffs to her or probably have buffs to the team. So even though we still don't know everything about the character, and even though the inherent skills are something super powerful, she is already enough. She is already a very powerful character, and especially since we saw some of her numbers, we can tell that this character is probably gonna be one of the best, if not the best DPS in the game for a while. Now, I think that Rokia is very good. Yes, she is also interesting, she has some good abilities, and she probably has so much AoE damage, but to be honest, I do think that Carlotta should be your pick. I think that Carlotta is the better pick for 2.0, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm so happy that they delivered with the first gun user in the game. Not only that, we also don't know what she does with the intro and outro skills. She probably has more buffs with them, because it is crazy with how much information we have about the character. She already looks super powerful, but the thing is, we already miss so much other information. You might say, why are you talking about this? But inherent skills and intro and outro skills are super important, and they add so many things to a character, and they can make the character even way more powerful, even if the character is mid. But imagine if this character is insanely powerful like Carlotta, so she already have a lot of hidden good things. Now, of course, I don't have to talk about this a lot, but the gameplay of the character, if we put meta aside, she is, for me, the most fun character to play. I think that gun users are so fun, and I think they delivered with her gameplay and with her animations. And I'm actually thinking, if this is the first gun user in the game, the first 5-star gun user, what are we gonna have next? Because I think that Carlotta is a character that Kuro is just gonna learn from and be better with. Because I don't think she's only gonna change gun users and the gameplay of gun users, she's gonna change the gameplay of Wuthering Waves overall, because she's kinda different. And whenever they try something different, they will find more freedom in making more characters if they succeeded with Carlotta. And from what I'm seeing, Carlotta is gonna be a big success. And that was my opinion about Carlotta. They also dropped a trailer for her currently, and it was absolute cinema. Tell me what you think about Carlotta, and if you're excited about her, or you're just waiting for Rokia because you like her more, and tell me if I missed another good thing about her. Anyway, if you don't subscribe now, you're gonna lose your 50-50. Bye bye!